It is now my sincere pleasure to introduce tonight's first honoree, and I confess this is very special for me because one rarely has the chance to give an award to someone who is not only a personal inspiration, but a dear and special friend. I have a confession to make. I am not a fan of daytime drama. It's true. If there's going to be a car crash, a murder, a bedroom scene, and an unintended pregnancy, I want it all in 1 hour like it is on the CW. It's true. It's all I ask for. So, truth be told, I had never heard the name of Philip Chancellor III and had never watched an entire episode of The Young and the Restless before becoming aware of Thom Bierdz. In fact, this is true, my first exposure to Thom took place one night in my bedroom at around 2 o'clock in the morning. He takes a pregnant pause. Yes, it's true. I couldn't sleep, so I started to read a book that had been recommended in The Advocate, a memoir written by a former soap opera star, now making his living as an artist, as a painter. And you can see, and I encourage you to see when you leave tonight, some of his works. They're right outside the ballroom. One of the most brutally honest and harrowing books I have ever read, Forgiving Troy, tells the story of Tom's mother, murdered by his paranoid schizophrenic brother in the family kitchen. I admit it's harder to talk about this knowing that Thom is in the room. And now serving a life sentence in a Wisconsin prison. About another brother who committed suicide several years later. And about Tom's, if I can say so myself, heroic path to forgiveness, to self-discovery, and yes, to coming out as an openly gay man. This story was so spellbinding, so haunting, that in the middle of the night, I found his website, found an email address, and I wrote to him a very lengthy email. And Thom being Thom, he wrote me back. And me being me, I wrote him back. And so began a friendship about 5 years ago that continues to this day. Thom is a philanthropist. His paintings have raised well over $100,000 for LGBT organizations and charities that focus on mental illness. He is my favorite artist. I am proud to say that many of his works hang in my apartment and bring me immeasurable solace and inspiration. And most recently, having rejoined The Young and the Restless, even though his character died in a car crash 20 years ago, or did he? Thom has the distinction of being the very first openly gay actor to also play a gay character in the entire history of daytime drama. I give you Thom Bierdz. Let's see if this works. Thom, your friendship means a great deal to me. Please help me congratulate our first honoree tonight, my dear friend, Thom Bierdz.
Hello. You know, it's fitting that I ended up more of an artist than an actor because I'm not a person that's comfortable in the public eye. And even tonight, I'm not a guy that likes to speak in front of a room full of people. And that's one of the things I like about Andy is we've compared notes on insecurities over the years. And what I really admire about this man is his integrity. I try very hard to have integrity, and this guy has got so much integrity. I so admire him for doing what he's doing. 20 years ago, when I was on The Young and the Restless, I was in the closet, and it's so exciting that I was asked to come back last year, and I said, if I'm a gay man, if I can play a gay man, I'm coming back. And I did, and it was so exciting to me, because you reach a point in your life when it's not just about, well, it's just more important what you're doing with your life. Especially since I don't have kids, I don't have a relationship. It's really important for me to be a voice for gay rights. When I was 17, just turning 18 and Catholic in Wisconsin, I wrote a letter to God because I was a friend of God, and God liked me outside the church. And I wrote a letter and I said, God, I'm turning 18. I know I'm going to be a famous man when I grow up, and I'm going to be gay. So if you don't want me to be gay and famous, kill me in my sleep. And I felt that when I survived, I had God's blessing to go forward. And I had Rob Lowe's managers when I first came to Hollywood, and I was encouraged by my agents not to come out of the closet. And I didn't. And then some horrible stuff happened with my family, and it made me really think what's important in life. And so it's so exciting right now to be at this point in my life and to be on The Young and the Restless. This is the first time in their 38 years that they've had gay characters. There's me and Rafe now. And I'm coming back. Hopefully I'm going to have a romance. They tell me I am, but they tell me not to tell anybody. They've got to be very careful with that. You know, this goes to 30 countries. This goes to millions and millions of viewers, and it's new terrain, which is unbelievable in 2010 that we're still making strides. I just want to say that I'm a proud gay man, and it's so exciting that I can be out, and there's such encouragement. You know, people like Andy, the internet, there's such great support today, and I'm just very happy to be a part of this. Thank you very much.